Welcome back to our channel, where we share updates and untold stories about Catherine, Princess of Wales, and her royal family. Today, we bring you some news. King Charles left speechless after William's bold move to ban Harry amid Trump rift. An insider source revealed that Prince William's courageous decision to ban Prince Harry during the Trump scandal left King Charles speechless. There have been numerous wins, betrayals, and power struggles that have taken place over the course of many centuries, and the immense halls of Buckingham Palace have been witnesses to all of these instances. Hidden beneath the carefully cultivated image of Britain's most famous family is a conflict that rages. This war is a battle between duty and personal loyalty, as well as between the constraints of history and the intricacies of the modern world. It is a conflict that has been going on for quite some time. King Charles is at the center of everything that is taking place because he is somebody who has spent his whole life preparing to take positions of authority. He has spent his whole life preparing to lead, but now he is torn between the responsibilities of the crown and the inner anguish of being a father. On one side of this split is Prince William, a leader-in-waiting who has now fully assumed his duty as the guardian of the monarchy. He is a member of the royal family. Because he is unwilling to tolerate any additional instability, he has taken a courageous and contentious decision. Prince Harry is not permitted to return to the United Kingdom in any position related to the royal family. His decision was not a choice that was taken in a hurry or out of passion. Rather, it was a deliberate move to protect the financial institution that he would one day inherit. Because of his public betrayals and his disrespect for the discretion that has kept the monarchy afloat for millennia, William believes that Harry has long since passed the line beyond which there is no room for return. On the other hand, there is Prince Harry, who is now a figure in exile, not just from the royal fold, but also maybe from the nation that he previously considered his home. His attempts to return have been met with suspicion, especially since there have been stories suggesting that his sudden interest in rekindling relations with Britain may be more about need than family reunion. Harry may be realizing that California is not the safe haven he previously believed it to be. This realization may be a result of the fact that his legal problems in the United States are becoming worse, and that his dispute with Donald Trump is becoming more violent. It has been stated that William's authoritative decree, which placed King Charles in the center of these two competing powers, made him incapable of uttering a single word. Although Charles is still a loving father to his eldest son, he has not questioned the decision that his oldest son has taken. He feels unable to do so. Instead of focusing on his emotions, he must demonstrate his dedication to the organization, given the significant role the crown plays. Friends of the king who are close to him claim that his silence is not a sign of indifference, but rather a more profound and heartbreaking truth. Charles is burdened with sorrow because he believes his prior failures as a father were a contributing reason for the gap that produced the circumstance in which Harry is now alone on the outside. This misunderstanding has caused Charles to feel a great deal of regret. What was Prince William's turning point, and why did he permanently ban Harry? The degeneration of William and Harry's relationship has played out like a tragic Shakespearean drama. Two brothers who once relied on one another in times of pain and responsibility are now only connected by a past that neither of them seems prepared to fix. Over the course of many years, William exhibited patience, anticipating his brother's eventual awakening and return. However, patience has its limitations, and William's determination has now become so strong that it is difficult to change his mind. It was when Harry and Meghan Markle sat down for their explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey that the relationship began to suffer its first big split. Buckingham Palace was left scrambling to repair the damage caused by their charges of racism within the royal family, as well as their assertions that the monarchy had abandoned them. That interview alone had significantly undermined William's confidence in his brother. But Harry was far from finished. A few months later, he published his book, Spare. It included admissions that were quite intimate and further shattered the delicate link that existed between the two of them. For the purpose of portraying his elder brother as violent and dominating, Harry made the accusation in the book that William had physically assaulted him during a disagreement, which was about Meghan. On the other hand, Harry's comments on Queen Camilla, whom Charles had spent years attempting to incorporate into public favor, were more devastating. The portrayal of Mom as a manipulative woman who was responsible for the dissolution of his parents' marriage was a depiction that caused his father a great deal of physical and emotional pain. William could not forgive himself for the acts he had done. The breach of trust made it impossible to reconcile the differences between the parties. There is a rigorous code of allegiance and discretion that the monarchy functions under, and both of these are things that Harry had brazenly disregarded. William was not misled into thinking that Harry's wish to return to the United Kingdom was motivated by guilt or reconciliation when he learned that Harry had indicated a desire to do so. Reports stated that Harry's developing legal issues in the United States, notably those regarding his visa application and his dispute with Trump, may have had a substantial influence on his unexpected change of heart. This was particularly the case in relation to the latter pair. The conflict that King Charles is going through, the burden of being a king, and the sorrow of being a parent. When compared to Charles' viewpoint, which is somewhat more complicated, William's stance is unequivocal and unwavering from the beginning. Although he is conscious of the need to preserve continuity and stability in his duty as king, he is a dad who yearns for his son. They portray a person who is both conflicted and haunted by regret, and who is struggling with the realization that his past may have played a role in the same breach that he is now unable to repair. Individuals who are near him have described him as possessing these qualities. Charles experiences various manifestations of shame. Charles's experience of shame is a direct result of the death of Princess Diana. Harry was only 12 years old when he lost his mother, and Charles, who has always been a reserved figure, was unable to provide the emotional support that his son so desperately needed at that time. Stoicism is a condition that has always been placed on the monarchy during times of crisis. Nevertheless, by adhering to this demand, Charles had unknowingly abandoned his younger son in a state of pain. Because of the loss, Harry's emotions of anger against the organization became greater throughout the course of time. This phenomenon was a direct outcome of the losses. Camilla's feelings of guilt are the second source of the issue that she is experiencing. Harry's book was the only way he could express his hatred for his second mother. Harry never truly accepted his father's second marriage from the beginning. Although Charles made an effort to balance his personal happiness with his social responsibilities, he is now questioning whether or not he was able to sufficiently account for the impact that the second marriage had on his youngest son. This brings us to the last point, the guilt that comes with doing nothing. Not only did the animosity that exists between William and Harry not emerge overnight, but it also did not continue to grow without any previous warning. Numerous individuals who are active in royal circles believe that Charles waited an excessive amount of time to take action, which caused the level of hate to escalate to the point where it became unmanageable. By the time Harry decided to pursue the United States of America, a significant amount of harm had already occurred. Although he is feeling bad, Charles has not questioned William's decision. He understands that the risks are significant. There is a strong correlation between the cohesion of the individuals who will succeed in the monarchy and its continuation. William is more than just a son, since he is the candidate for the throne of England and the heir presumptive. If he were to be challenged at this time, it would be damaging to the survival of the organization that Charles has publicly committed to protecting. An examination of the Trump factor, the issues that Harry is facing in the United States, and the effects that they have on the monarchy in general. His position is becoming much more problematic as a result of Harry's connection with Donald Trump, which is becoming more tense. It is well known that the former president and the Duke of Sussex have a long history of mutual animosity against one another. Trump referred to Meghan Markle as nasty and repeatedly mocked Harry, making light of his relationship and questioning his masculinity in response to her public criticism during his first presidential campaign. Markle's comments were made in response to Trump's criticism of other prominent figures. Regarding Harry's immigration status, however, the issue that is of more significance is the legal risk that is now hovering over his head. Following Harry's admission that he had taken drugs in the past in spare, conservative groups in the United States have requested that an investigation be carried out to determine whether or not he lied on his visa application. Trump, who continues to be a significant political figure, has dropped clues that Harry's position in the United States would become a subject of debate in the event that Republicans recover control of the government. This is because Trump has said that Harry does not have a legal status in the United States. It would seem that Harry's desire to return to the United Kingdom is less about mending family relationships and more about having a backup plan in the event that he is faced with this growing uncertainty. On the other hand, William is unable to choose this particular escape route because of his prohibition. King Charles, who is a genuine statesman, has decided not to participate in the drama that has been taking place during this time. Charles has no intention of putting the relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom in peril as a result of the personal issues that his son is experiencing. The royal family has, historically speaking, always remained completely unbiased with regard to matters of political importance. The crown's future is more important than any individual's life, regardless of royal status. The silence of the king, the exile of the prince, and the succession of the monarchy. Harry is an individual who does not currently have a place in the world when it comes to his existence. There is no longer any communication between him and his brother. He has put the monarchy before personal reconciliation, although he is guilty. In addition, the doors of Buckingham Palace will never again be opened for him, and there is a lack of clarity on his standing in the United States. The fact that King Charles has not spoken out shows resignation, not indifference. It is clear to him that there are dangers involved. Even after he has gone away, he is conscious of the fact that the choices he makes today will have a giant influence on the future of the monarchy. After much deliberation, Prince William has decided on his path forward. Each and every one of Prince Harry's choices has already been implemented. Furthermore, the only alternative that is left for King Charles is to sit mute and witness as the gulf that exists between his sons becomes irreparable, a chasm that is too enormous to ever be spanned again. Thank you for watching the video. Please let us know your thoughts, and goodbye for now.